Hi everyone! So we are here watching the Sandile replay. Unlike the Crook game, we were not able to attend this game because it was way too early in the morning. And we just wanted to sleep in. So here we are watching the replay. And we've got Hart versus Mason over here. And let's talk about the teams that they brought. So I'm not surprised that he brings out the Salt here. I think it's the most offensive threat versus Hearts team. Don't you agree, Gliscor?
Oh yeah, yeah, and like Mason having this double regen core as well,
Mm.
um, is very threatening. I'm really interested on the Goregeist, to be honest. Like, I wonder what that's really gonna plan to do because I've really never seen a Goregeist used. So I think that's like the most interesting thing at lead for me. But yeah, I do think like especially the Arc Result has a really good matchup
Yeah,
into like everything except Scizor.
that's true. And I think with like core guys, it's like an option or a like a choice between Gorgeist or Hydrapple because you don't really want the Superior to land the Leech Seeds, but
Oh,
with
I see.
but with like Superior's Dragon Pulse, I believe, like if you switch into a +2 or like a Leaf Storm that gives you +2 as a Hydrapple and then it can just Dragon Pulse next turn, you're dead. So I think Gorgeist is
Mm.
the better grass type to bring here to kind of like fend off the leech seeds. But yeah, I think that's what's going on here. And I wonder if this
That makes sense.
Moltres, I wonder if this Moltres is offensive or defensive because it could either be one of those two things, right?
Yeah, I feel like it has to be defensive for the Scizor.
Right.
Um, but if it's offensive, it still looks pretty good. Like, there's really no switch into flying outside of Thunderous, in which, which Thunderous actually is really scary here too. There's really no good switch in outside of like especially defensive Aldino.
Right, right. And this Thundy could either be special or physical. And I think
Yeah,
we've been seeing a lot of, or I think like an acrobatics, no item, or maybe hearts, Giga Braining has like a key berry, Maranga berry thing, and brings like that into like an acrobatics, whoever, it's going to hurt as well.
yeah. 'Cause yeah, like hitting physically on Slowking or even like if Mason's investing in Spadef, then hitting on that physical side is a lot better
Right,
on
that's
Odino.
true. Yeah, so do you want to get this replay started?
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the leads will be for this match. I feel like a Fortress lead is fine just to get up hazards. Uxi's a good lead to get up hazards, but we shall see what they do.
Alright, so let's begin now. So you are right
Mm.
on the Uxie.
Uxie but
Um,
superior.
Glare.
Just to get a glare off.
Oh, that's a good U-turn.
Now Thundy's in. Could be. Oh no, it's
Oh,
not
it's
physical to use a
block.
flying move.
Oh,
Oh.
glare. Do you think do you think Mason knows that
Ooh.
electric? Well, that's goodbye.
Yeah, I
Um,
guess not. That's a really bad leech seed miss. Oh my gosh.
oh wow, that's just like a lot of
Okay,
guys dropping in the
wait, so
first four
time
turns.
time.
Oh, so much happening already.
Alright, we're 4 turns in. Two of the most offensive Pokemon in this game have died. And it looks like the next offensive mon is about to be gone too, so...
Yeah, he has life orb, so
Wow.
whatever attack this guy does, he's dead. Surely
Yeah,
Salazzle just kills it, right?
yeah, I mean, unless they save it, but then, like, as soon as rocks go up, it's dead too, so honestly,
You just
it's
go
a
for
fine
it.
sack. At least it prevents him from clicking, like, it prevents Heart from clicking sub.
Right, that's true. If this is a like a sub toxic Salazzle set, definitely. But then, you gotta like think if you lose this guy, you only have like four more defensive mons that I mean, it could still win for Mason, definitely. because we love our good defensive mons, chipping and chipping and
Yeah, you
chipping.
get hazards up and
Yeah,
status, and then you kind of just stall them out. But it doesn't really look too good when like Scissor gets an SD up and kind of can
yeah,
just
exactly.
um
I
poke
mean,
holes through. If this is like a toxic Salazzle, just chip things down.
this Lazo
I
could
don't know. I
also
don't
be
know how
nasty
Mason fights
flat,
back.
right? And just
True, true. It
right,
could be an offensive Salazzle, which is even
right,
scarier.
right. So let's continue the match and see what's happening next. Oh, so he
Yeah.
does sack it. Yeah,
All right. Well, this is gonna be tough.
four guys. So let's see what this four guys has first. Frisk is actually a good bring.
Oh, for sure, you get to find out a lot of information, and the Poltergeist
Right,
finds out even more information.
right. And it lives a flamethrower. That's crazy.
Wow, it did
50%.
nothing.
Yeah, I mean it's a Gorgeist.
Yeah, but it's 4 times weak. That's insane.
Yeah, and 24% now is just fire type. So what's the plan here for Heart, right? Just is she sacking this Gorgeist?
I guess if the Gorgeist was only for Superior, it's fine to sack Gorgeist, but
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
preferably you would have got more mileage out of it.
Right. Oh, there's a Toxic.
Okay, it's good Toxic.
U-turn. Yeah, this Slowking is kind of crazy with Future Sight. If Heart miscounts or misses a switch in for that, it's like it's too much
Yeah,
to
because
it.
Salazzle or Tauros come
Yeah,
in accidentally on it,
yeah,
or like you
exactly.
turn out into one of them and you forget about the turns. Yeah, it doesn't look that great.
There,
So we trade rocks.
rocks on 15th turn. Yeah.
Because yeah, if they would have U-turned out there into Salazzle, it would have died.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was smart for them to just get up rocks and then U-turn out now.
Okay, so it's not boots, it's a sludge. Okay.
Sludge.
Sub. There's the
Okay,
sub.
so here's a sub.
And then there's the black sludge. You toxic it. Future
Okay,
side. Okay,
Future
I
Sight
wanna
goes up.
pause. I wanna pause here. Um okay, so two things. Because we know that this future sight hits in 2 turns. You're under sub,
Yes.
what do you do, right? Like if you were Heart, what would you do during these 2 turns? Would you attack? Would you protect? Because like well, depending on the set of the Slowking, because we don't have 2 moves yet, so he could probably have Psychic Noise in the back, a water move.
Hmm.
He
Yeah, if
could
it's
just
Psychic Noise,
yeah,
you're cooked. So I would want to switch out the Uxie, but if I have a good move to hit this Slowking, I'm staying in, clicking an attack, and then switching out next turn. But if it's Toxic Sub Protect Flamethrower, like, I might as well just, I don't even know, like, I guess Protect now and then switch out next.
next, yeah,
Just because, yeah, if you Protect now and then switch out next turn, you're fine, because you prevent any sort of Psychic Noise, and then you switch
right,
out next turn into the double break Future Sight
right.
kill.
Yeah, a good thing to do here is protect, scout out the Psychic Noise if he does use it, switch next turn. Because either way, right, like say if he doesn't have Psychic Noise and he has like a water move or something that could break the
Mhm.
sub, you're probably like breaking the sub by next turn and getting the future side. So let's see how Heart handles this next 2 turns.
Yeah, I'm
So
interested if it is double Psychic move.
so that's a
Okay, so
scald.
just Scald.
It's a protect. So you should switch out here. But Heart doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because that breaks
Yeah,
sub
now it's...
and future
Yep.
sight takes the kill. Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, because those Toxics were huge. Now we don't have a
Yeah.
Toxic Omega Aldino. I mean,
Yeah.
Cinder is a huge threat here. Oh, well, maybe not.
Boots. I mean, if she knocked out the boost, she has to put in the rocks now.
Yeah.
But then
Oh, wow.
but what breaks this Odino? Heal bell
Nothing.
too.
Oh,
Oh,
that's over.
unfortunate. Yeah.
I mean, the rocks go up, which kills Moltres, actually.
Yeah.
Unless we get a spin.
Heal
I'm
block.
interested. Does Psychic Noise prevent the Wish heal, or does it prevent the...
It prevents it on the Audino, I believe. But
Oh, okay.
lets
So
it,
yeah, this
yeah.
thing gets healed. And now we get the spin.
Right, yeah. There's nothing to.
Uh,
Yeah, I think Gorga is
yes.
also is the spin blocker, right? I think that's why she would get
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
unfortunate. So this Moltres is just free. I think Cars is just scrambling to get damage off and getting the right
Okay. That's big. That's big
ball
damage.
charge. Yeah. Oh,
Okay. So we
that's
killed the
looking
Slowking. It's one
false.
regen threat down.
Right. Do you
And
have
now this guy's back in.
do you have the power to break this Mega Audino though? I guess Bullet Punch, right?
Yeah. It's interesting that they would even click Mega there.
But you are just sifting through just 2 months at this point, right? So, and I would assume this Tauros is choiced. Stone Edge. It's
Ooh.
not doing that much damage. Yeah, it's probably choiced. Wish.
I wonder if close combat might have been better there, but that's only if it would have 2 KO'd the
Yeah. Another wish goes to the Smoltras.
Oh, it's definitely over now.
Right, yeah. He just switches out and heals and heals and heals.
Yeah.
And
Megalodina is such a threat.
right. But there's the bullet, but do you think this has well, it doesn't have swords dance, I guess.
No.
So this is a fully defensive Scizor and yeah. This Taurus
Yeah,
is just gonna
unfortunately.
get chipped down with these rocks. And
Yeah.
all Mason needs to do is to just switch properly.
Yep. I wonder how long this will go on for.
I mean, one of them has to predict a switch, right? A U-turn or a switch and call it. Like that. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, basically. So that's over. Despite losing his first 2 offensive pieces, his
Yeah,
defensive
such a crazy
backbone.
first 4 turns.
Right, yeah. That's 2 offensive mons from either teams going down. That's crazy. But yeah, here's Mason getting the win with his defensive backbone, which is insane. Yeah. What do you think about that match, by score?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of unfortunate. Just the way that, like, I feel like Hart prioritized killing offensive threats early and then didn't say, like, if we had Focus Blast as a Sludge Wave on the Arctozolt, we could have just killed Arctozolt, not lost our Thundurus.
Mm,
Like, that would have been pretty huge, but, like, losing Thundurus so early meant we
earlier.
don't pressure Slowking, we don't pressure Moltres.
Right, yeah.
We can't +2 Nest or +2 Sludge Wave the Mega Aldino, like, such a big offensive threat. While it got 2 kills super early, maybe it would have been better to keep it around.
I mean, what do you switch in on Arctozolt though? Like, if you are
Nothing.
expecting an ice move, so probably a
Well, if you're expecting an ice
Scizor,
move, you have Scizor.
but
Um,
he could easily just call the switch and use Bolt Beak, right? And I don't know how much that would have done to Scizor. Probably
well, it probably does over 70%. I
with,
mean, Bolt
with
Beak is such a strong move.
with Life Orb too, right? So that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for Heart, it has to be either sacking Fundy to do big damage or sacking someone else, which I feel like I understand that you would be like hesitant to sack any of your defensive pieces knowing that he has his defensive pieces still up. So it was a
But
rough.
after we killed Superior, couldn't we have sacked Gorgeist? Because then, if Gorgeist was the superior answer, I feel like it was the most expendable member, especially when it's doing
At the
50%
time,
to
right?
Ultras.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I don't know if uh, Heart did calcs, and knowing that Rock Slide probably does 50%, I'm not sure if it's like, hey, this would probably like surprise this Moltres that I have Rock Slide and
Yeah,
take
I
the
mean, it's a cool
kill.
bring, it's just unfortunately weak.
Yeah. So, it's unfortunate, but it is how it is. turn turn
Yeah.
4 already, right? We were not sure yet who's gonna come out first, but when like let's go back to that. Let's go back to like turn 6 probably when Arctozolt went down. So here,
I think it was
like
turn
yeah,
4.
yeah, turn 4 is when Zolt
Okay,
killed
turn 5.
the
Yeah.
Thundi, and
Yeah.
then turn 5 is when Lazo killed the Zolt. Like, if you are on the spot, right, if you were Mason, like, you know, you would also kind of be like, shocks, I don't have any offensive pressure now. She could just probably switch around as well, like what he did at the end, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's really crazy.
Because like throwing those future sights up are so, I mean, it's so bad, especially with like double U-turn. So like if you U-turn, miscount the future sight turns here, like, and the future sights are so hard to break because we really don't have anything to hit Thunderous without, or sorry, we don't have anything to hit Slowking without Thunderous. I
Right.
mean, you do have Gourgeist that hits it super effectively and Scizor, but
Yeah, we're not even sure if this
Scizor without
Gourgeist
SD.
has a grass move, right? So we never know.
It had it had Poltergeist, I guess, but
Alright, yeah. I mean,
if Rock Slide did nothing, I imagine. Well, no, Poltergeist is way stronger.
yeah, and it's stab as well, so. Huh.
Yeah, a
Well,
lot of different ways this match could have ended up, but
yeah.
yeah, I feel like Mason played it really well, just being able to use Mega Aldino and to the maximum potential Heal Bell Wish.
Yeah, Hyuga was such a great bring, because, like, if this Lazo was, like, alive up until, like, the latter turns, everyone's probably
Mhm.
toxic already, and a Hyuga would have been, like, really huge, and it's, you know, Wish, Dazzling, Ring Protect. But, like, yeah, this Lazo dying early made it easier for Mazen to just switch around his defensive pieces because all of this gets, you know, gets ruined by Salazo. Actually.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, do you have any final words, guys, for?
No, I mean GG's to Mason, and I'm interested to talk to them about how their season went.
Do want to say congratulations, Mason, for winning Sandile.
Dang.
How long has it been since your last comp or draft league?
Oh my god. I played the first month after. Well, I played actually a lot of Scarlet and Violet until the first DLC dropped. And I say a lot as in like I don't know. I got to like 1500 and then stopped on OU. But the last time I did a draft league was like I don't even remember, dude. I was in like high school and I'm a year away from graduating college.
Yeah, it has been
So
a
it's been a
while. Yeah.
while.
Because I remember like meeting you in Nuzcord and you were still in high school.
Yeah, no, I joined that shit at 14 and now I'm 21. Like
That's crazy.
an old ass.
Right. So with the to continue with like, you know, our interview here, what was your thought process in building For Heart? Were you, I think you guys played together the first time in the regular season.
Did we play in the regular season?
Let me check. You'll be able to see it
I don't
on
remember.
the screen. Let me see. Heart. But yeah,
I don't think I did.
while I'm looking through, can you walk us through your thought process when you were building it,
Yeah.
your team?
So I looked at the prep doc and I saw
Yeah.
everything was weak to ice and I was like, okay, so it's Arctozol's just gonna win. And that's not what happened in the game, which is very sad. But everything was weak to ice and everything that wasn't weak to ice was weak to Bolt Beak. So
Yeah.
that was pretty easy to do that. And there was like nothing, I don't know. I don't remember what set I ran on it, but it was like I could just run match special attack blizzards. We're
Yeah,
gonna
here.
poke holes and everything. Yeah, I think freeze dry was for like a pre-marina switch in edge case, but like it was whatever. So that was easy. I saw that like I just wanted to use Superior because it's the greatest Pokemon of all time in Draft League. Um, and I didn't think it had a poor matchup because Hydrapple just lost to Dragon Pulse anyways
Right.
on the Switch.
Yeah.
So I figured it was a pretty safe thing to bring and to lead. And I just wanted to spread glare because I was really worried about like Scarf Pokemon, like a Scarf, what's its name? I don't know any Pokemon names anymore. I'm too old.
Here.
Salazzle. I was worried about like Scarf
Salazzle.
Salazzle or Scarf like Tauros, I guess.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, if I can just paralyze everything on the Switch, like, then Arctozolt can just go crazy.
Yeah.
Which none of that happened.
It is. I think she brought Scarf Tauros. Yeah, over here.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I don't want to be revenge killed too easily. And then the rest was kind of just like, what did I bring? What was my team? I don't even remember. I didn't see how they would be able to kill Audino. Like, it was just kind of like basically unkillable. And I knew they were going to try and spread status with Salazzle, because I was like, the one thing that I was worried about for this was Salazzle Toxic Substitute, because I just like, it was faster than everything I had, and I wasn't going to run Scarf. And I knew that I just like needed to be worried about that. So I was going to run Calm Mind just because I thought that Audino couldn't die, but I needed to run Heal Bell to make sure that
Yeah.
my whole team wasn't just toxic.
Right.
And then I wanted to make sure I had hazard support, so I just brought, and Flygon was a really bad matchup into like everything just killed it, so I just brought Fortress. And then Moltres was because I was terrified of like Scizor just U-turning on everything,
Yeah.
which they brought protective pads, which I didn't even know was an item, so it didn't matter, but yeah, that was why I brought everything, I think.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
but
funny because you were like crashing out in the chat about why is Flame Body not working?
yeah.
Dude, I was like, it was 4 U-turns in a row and it did nothing. I was getting pissed.
Yeah, protective pads is it the Gen 9 item? I think it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
woke and it's fake, and I don't believe in it.
Yeah, anytime I have a Scizor phase a Moltres, it's never not running pads. Yeah.
I can see why. I can see why.
Yeah, so I do want to like talk about how after the first few turns you've lost both Superior and Arctozolt already. How did you feel like
I was
knowing
dooming.
that was your offensive pieces? Like what did you feel?
Yes, there's literally the only 2 things in my team that could do anything on offense, and I was like, well, okay, so I guess we're gonna be toxic for the rest of the game. And I wasn't too worried about Superior because I wasn't really planning on using it as a sweeper. I was really just trying to spread paralysis with it, right?
Right.
But then I did the calcs on what the Thundurus, like a +2 Thundurus did to my team, and it one-shot everything except for Arctozolt. Or it didn't one-shot Audino, but I couldn't 2-shot it back. So, but Arctozolt lived a Sludge Bomb at like, I think the match roll was like 99.5% or something stupid.
Right.
Which for it to be Rash Nature, so minus Spadef and still take that was like kind of nuts. And I knew I thought about on that turn using Hail and just like reverse sweeping, or at least getting 2 kills, but I figured that the risk of a Sludge Bomb into a poison was like too much.
Mm-hmm.
So I just killed it back.
Gotcha.
And then I didn't see any use in having a, whatever, like 8% health Arctozolt, so I just sacked it.
Yeah, that's true though, because like anytime you switch it in, it's either dead because everything well, not everything, but majority outspeeds it unless there is snow, which again
Yeah.
Slowking can help Arctozolt with, but yeah, an 8% is just
And there was I didn't have boots, so like if there was any hazard up, it was just dead. So like,
yeah, makes sense.
I was just like, I don't want to worry about it. I'll just kill everything with Future Sight, and
You
know,
did actually.
what happened?
I was talking to Gliscor about the pivotal turn where you brought down the Salazzle with future sight, and I was just saying to Gliscor at the time, like if Hart played that well and that Salazzle lived through the end, it would have been like really rough for you. So what
I
did
would have lost. That was the
yeah,
only reason why I won, is because that Salazzle died.
yeah, I was like I wanted to ask you, how did it feel when you saw that Salazzle lose that HP and died?
See, I thought at first that they made a mistake, and that they should have like they did the turns in the wrong order, or like they forgot how Future Sight works. But then I thought about it after the game, and I was like, I don't think they could have, unless they switched out. I don't think they could have survived it in any way. Um, which I feel like when I was building, I realized that, but I don't think I realized that while I was in the game. And I was just like, dear God, I hope Future Sight goes after the sub. Um, but yeah, it was very, because like, what was I just gonna heal Bell, wish, protect, dazzling gleam against the Salazzle? Like that's not gonna work.
Right, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was good. It was a good time.
That was really
After
good.
that, because after that, it was just stuff that didn't have enough power to like do
Yeah.
anything to me. So I knew I could just stall out and win. But
Do you have anything else, Gliscor?
Yeah, I mean, my big thing was gonna ask about, yeah, like losing basically your whole offense is definitely a struggle to win. Like, so to be able to find that out and kill the Salazzle is huge. Was there anything in prep that you were like worried about bringing that Heart didn't bring?
the Diggersby, I was like, how the hell did you not bring Diggersby? Because I figured that it would be the Artizolt Revenge Killer with Quick Attack, right? Choice Band Quick Attack probably did a shit ton, even through snow. Um, and then also it just kind of like, my team isn't fast. Like I don't run Scarf stuff really, or like, I don't know, I just try to run a bunch of fat stuff. So Diggersby works really well into that, where like you can just Scizor U-turn into Diggersby and then click huge power Choice Band return and just melts literally anything that comes in. Like even if Fortress switches in, it's still taking probably 40% from a return. Like and it can't heal back up. So I was surprised about that. But I know that they were really concerned about me bringing Scarf Mian Chao, which kind of just stops that. But I don't know. I didn't think that was a great option. And I was really worried that their Tauros was like a normal Tauros, but their Tauros was like a pure anti-Artizolt Tauros. So it just, once Artizolt died on turn 4, it just didn't do anything, which was kind of awesome.
Yeah.
I like that part.
Yeah.
And then I guess, yeah, I think, I kind of, when I saw their team at first, it was kind of the opposite of what I knew they were going to bring Salazzle. And I knew they were going to bring Scizor. But I assumed it was going to be like Primarina, the Hydrapple thing, and Mega Absol, and probably like Uzi or Tauros or Diggersby to deal with Artizolt. And it was like only 2 of those. And I was like, okay, well, I guess. But I think it was a better matchup than what I was hoping for.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good.
That's really good. Yeah, so we actually did mocks with Heart because we are in the same prep server.
Yeah.
And originally, I think they did want to bring Diggersby. That's all I could say. I don't know how much info she wants me to spread, but she initially had Diggersby, yeah.
Gotcha. But I feel like I would have been able to just like, I don't know, get lucky and get a flame body proc.
Yeah, I feel like that is
Yeah.
probably the hardest part about Diggersby coming to this match is that Moltres, because
Yeah.
I
We-
mean
we
it's not
did-
gonna want to switch into a bunch, but yeah.
We
It can switch into it once, and if I just get it, then it's done. You
we
know?
did want her to bring Facade with it, just in case of that.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, still, it's what, like a 70 base power facade because it's halved. It's not that crazy.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And then like, I think no, that's what it was. Mega Audino with max defense took less than 50% from a return, like a full adamant choice band return. I was like, what the hell?
It's crazy. Crazy.
So I was
balance.
like, okay, so I think I'll just do that. I think that was my switch in. Now that
I
I'm
thought
remembering.
Facade got changed this gen to still be full power even when you're burnt, because I've seen people run like Facade on Ogre Pond if you get burnt.
But I think it's just because, like, Ivy Cudgel would be base 50, but Facade is still base 7. Maybe that's... I don't know, actually, how that works. I don't do the Pokemon stuff anymore. I don't know the new update.
Yeah.
I thought maybe something with Facade got changed, but maybe I'm wrong. Somebody can correct us in the comments.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else, Kaskor?
Yeah, no, I mean, well played.
Yes.
Congrats on winning Sandile final. And yeah, I mean, we look forward to seeing you for next season.
You won't be. Because I'm gonna...
Yeah.
My ass is gonna be a cozy desk job, not worrying about anything.
Yeah, KGA has a history of champions resigning as soon as they win. I have no idea why, but I guess I'm just
I mean,
glad.
you gotta retire on top.
Yeah, I'm just glad to crown people and, be on their way. Well, at least, you're sitting on your desk job with the crown, with the draft league crown now. I don't know how braggable that is to workmates, but...
No, I'm not. No. It's never getting brought up. No one will ever know about it.
Yeah, but thank you so much, Mason, for joining season 2, and really great performance the entire season. I was discussing with Ander and the rest, those people in Nuzgord, like, they knew your prowess from before then, and they were actually, looking forward for your comeback, and here you are. So congratulations.
Well, it's not a comeback because this is the first time I've ever won a tournament. So it's not like I've ever been on the top. I just was annoying in previous ones.
Well, you
Never
annoyed
quite.
Hart pretty much on the prep. I would say so.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much, Mason. Hart here today, and I do want to let Hart know a big congratulations still on making it to the finals. It was a bit of a sad loss, but you still made it to the finals, and yeah, I'm very happy because we wanted to put you in Croc, and now there's no denying that if things go well on season 3 and there's not a lot of potential Croc people, you will be there. So I'm happy, and I want to know, how did you feel about your match with Mason?
Hart said, "Thank you so much. I'm very happy to lose to a good opponent like Mason, so I'm completely fine with second. I really loved my team this season, and one of the things I was proud of was that I was able to bring and use every single one of my mons in at least one battle."
Yeah, I love your team actually, and
So yeah, going into the match, prep wise, was there? This was the question I asked Mason. Was there a mon that you hardcore expected to come, and then it didn't, and then we kind of sacked prep for it?
Hart said, "No, he brought pretty much the mons that I was expecting. We thought that there was an outside chance that Meanshao might come, but I expected these 6. I did not prep enough for Mega or Dino though, despite knowing it was a possibility."
That's fair. Did you feel like you had something for Mega Aldino on your team? I mean, without you have Scissor and Salazzle, but Mega Aldino is still hard to break, because once those two mons start getting chipped down or have other answers, then it's really tough. So, because I don't think Salazzle even had a poison.
Correct? I hate that little bitch.
I guess we're getting demonetized. I'm kidding. I'm monetized at all. I'm kidding. You can curse. I don't really mind.
I just think it's funny it said it.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. What else to score?
This was also a question we asked to Mason, so I don't want to make it sound too redundant, but I am curious, what your thought process is when because it's such a key point in the match where it's Superior and Arctic Exalt go down super early, to then, where's your mindset at? Now all I have to do is break through the fat part of his team.
Hart said, "Well, unlike Mason, I knew my pastes, so at that point I was in panic mode. When I was doing prep, a big part of the prep was centered around the Arctizult.
That makes sense.
Because that thing can 1 or 2 hit KO all of my team members.
Yeah, Bolt Beam is scary.
In battle, that's why I prioritized killing it with the setup Thundi, however.
Yeah, which I mean, setup Thundi was pretty good of a bring.
In hindsight, that was my main way of breaking through the Moltres and also putting offensive pressure on the Mordino.
True. Yeah, losing Thundi early did hurt, because we didn't have a poison move on Salazzle to really break Mega Aldino.
Yeah.
Or really something to hit Moltres super effectively outside of Tauros.
And that Gorgeist. I think that Gorgeist had a rock slide.
Yeah, but like, even when it wasn't a flying type, or even when it was a flying type, its rock slide still did no damage.
Yeah, it did like 30%.
So I should maybe have dealt with the Zolt a different way. It was just difficult to tell what to do so early in the game because I was not sure what the Zolt set was yet.
Yeah, and to like switch out on the Zolt is basically like, to switch out there and be like, alright, Zolt can basically kick a free move is so hard to do. Because you didn't have a ground type to like freely switch into a Bolt Beak. Not to mention Freeze Dry also kind of cooked everything outside of Scizor.
Mason's team does not have a traditional snow setter like a Lolatal's. It's chilly reception, so it could have been Scarf or something.
Also true. And it definitely could have just been an Arctizol on itself, if it didn't solely rely on the chilly reception, so that's definitely true.
We did see on Mason's face they brought Hail. So they really wanted that snow setup either way if Slowking didn't do it, so yeah.
My question for Hart though, was there one mon on your team that kind of surprised you this season, or if not, was there just a favorite mon you had enjoyed using this season? Because I mean, it is low, like, it's mid tier, so maybe there was somebody that was like a hidden gem, or if you just still enjoyed somebody like Scizor, I don't blame you.
We're all Scizor enjoyers here.
Hart said, I love my whole team. A lot of them are muns that I already liked that I didn't get an opportunity to draft in standard formats because they sucked there.
Yeah, that's the magic of mid-tier. It really like
Yeah.
shaved off the biggest power creep abusers.
Yeah, all the lame mons.
It's true. And now we'll see them back in season 3.
I think the Morn that surprised me a lot was Mega Absol because I've never seen it do anything ever besides on my specific team lol. Thank you to Kyoto for telling me to draft it.
Yeah, that Mega Absol went ham on your like team. So while you're like typing up a response, let's look at like how many kills it did on your regular season run. It's number 4 at like 12 kills.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I mean, Mega Absol is definitely one of my favorite visual Pokemon.
Yeah.
And it's also, like, it's definitely a little mediocre, but I mean, it popped off here.
It really did. It's number 4. Like, the next Mega after that is Aggron at 14. So, it says a lot.
Aside from that, I really enjoyed using Diggersby because in mid-tier, Scarf Diggersby outspeeds most things and actually gets to use its huge power attack stat.
True.
It's true. Yeah.
And I think a Morn that I always believed in that nobody else did was Hydrapple lol.
I believed in Hydrapple. I'm just sad it didn't show up to a lot of games like I was hoping it to.
So many people called it a fraud, and it was not a fraud. It was a defensive backbone for many of my games, and it had some impressive moments this season.
I mean, for sure. I think most people think it's a fraud just because they're used to it only being good with Terra, but
Yeah.
it being such a good like EQ switch in and then like being able to regen out is such a huge thing.
I think my team's main drawback was just lack of good removal options, tbh.
Yeah, that's true. If we like look at
I think it's what Scissor Defog and
here
yeah, Thunder
just
Defog.
this two, and that also forces you to
Like
defog
you
your
don't.
own hazards if you set up. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. That was like I think when I did help hard prep with some of the games, that was always our main concern. Like this mon can just set up rocks, and we need 4 moves. We can slot in defog. I think that was Heart's stress probably 30% of the time.
Yeah, you can't really bring Nasty Plot Defog. Like that's just not really that good on Dundee. And then Scissor also being offensive with Defog is like hard. And then when like it was pretty apparent when like both rocks go up and then Mason spins it away and then it's just kind of cooked from there.
Yeah.
Hart said, "Yeah, my team is not that weak to hazards overall. Because I don't have many rock weak mons, and there is the subtle threat of magic bounce Mega Absol, but Wed's teams were particularly diff. I cult to face."
Difficult.
Difficult. Nice. Yeah, I mean, there is the Mega Absol,
Magic bounce.
threat.
Yeah. Yeah, but
The
like,
scary part is like having Magic Bounce on a Frailmon is like not that good.
yeah.
But I mean, there is the subtle threat for sure.
Yeah, and Heart's correct. Like web teams are like scary because they could just not click Sticky Web. They could just click a bug move and this Absol is dead. So
Yep.
yeah.
Hart said, "Also because most webs users are bug types and Mabsol gets nuked by them even if they're not offense statted."
Yeah.
Yeah, Mega Absol unfortunately gets nuked. by
Even the
them.
weaker ones like Swirlix can do big damage.
Yeah, I mean, like, what are the stats on Mabsol? Let me check quickly over here.
Yeah, it's 65, 60, 60.
60, damn, that's really terrible. But it's like the same as Salazo. I didn't know they have like the same defense stats. That's insane. But yeah, those
Yeah, like
are
Serp is bulkier.
yeah,
It's insane.
it's crazy. So yeah, I actually want to talk about I actually want to add in terms of like the battle, right? So Gliscor mentioned that you were able to bring down Zolt and Serpier early on, and you said you were in a panic mode. I'm pretty sure the most pivotal turns for you, or like the most momentum shifting turns for you, were during the substitute Salazzle versus Slowking. So I want to know like your thoughts as those turns unfolded. I want to know like because I think at that point Salazzle just wins your match if you preserve it. So I want to know how that ended up for you.
Hart said, "Yes, that was very confusing for me because I was not familiar with the mechanics of how Future Sight interacted with Substitute or Protect. Probably something that I should have researched more. But another thing that came up during our mock battles before this fight was that Slowking can pack Psychic Noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just ignores the sub altogether.
Yeah.
Which is a sound-based move and goes through substitute, so I did not know if Mason was packing that or what. It hadn't revealed the set yet.
Right.
In hindsight, I should have switched there to Sizz or something to preserve Lazzle.
Yeah, I was gonna like ask if during the second turn of the sub, because you protected first, and then the second turn is the turn where future sight hits. Did it ever cross your mind to just say like, fuck it, I don't care about my sub, I'm gonna switch out to either Sizz or Yuxi? Did that ever cross your mind during the battle, or was it just like, were you just really in the panic mode?
Hart said, "It did cross my mind. I wasn't going to switch to UXIE there, but Sizz was always a possibility. It's just that I was also kind of scared of a scald burn from the sloking that would make CIZ useless versus Mega or Dino. Which is why I made the decision that I did, but it ended up being the wrong call."
Yeah, that's true. Like, if you risk that scald burn on Scizor, yeah, that would like remove a lot of offensive option for you. But either way, right? Like, it was a choice between that or losing Lazzle. That's why I mentioned Yuxi, because I think it was like the mon that could have probably tanked. If it didn't tank, it wasn't like too hard to lose at the time. So that was my thoughts during that battle, but like, yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
This is why they call me Fraudulent Franklin.
Right. I don't think you're a fraud, Heart, though. I mean, I do wanna like brag about it, but Heart is like in a what was that? The second highest skill div in MBTL. So
Nice.
yeah.
I don't think many people know this about me, but I am actually fairly new to draft
Oh,
still.
that's cap. Aren't you like older in draft than me? No way.
I am, but I play very infrequently lol, so effectively only 6 months longer than you, Kaz.
I still doubt it. Like, yeah. But like, while you're typing it out, I do want to say, you've done so well this season. I mean, what was your ranking? What was your standing? You were like the fourth seed in Sandile with 6 wins and 16 diff, tied with Ophelia. And Mason is just not. Mason is not far away from you. The only thing that Mason has, that put him on third was one more differential. So like, you did really well this season, and it's not something to like shirk about. So still a big congratulations to Hart for getting to finals.
Hart said, "I don't take the rankings too seriously for this season because we did have a couple of forfeits, but I am very happy with how I played in each of my battles. There were places where I could have played better, but overall I'm satisfied."
Yeah, I think that's all of us, right? Like, there will never be perfect games for us, or there will never be like a perfect season for us. So that's a perfectly valid feeling. But yeah, that's all we could tell you, Hart. Congratulations for reaching it this far. Yeah, anything?
Yes, well played.
Yeah, anything else in your mind, Discord?
No, I mean, I think, everything makes sense. Just, unfortunate on how the game kind of played out, but I mean, still really well played.
Thank you so much. I would just also like to say sorry to you all for subjecting you to TTS Bot's voice and to Kaz and Gliscor for making them set it up.
Oh, it's okay. We're happy to have you here regardless whether it's your voice or the TTS voice. So thank you for, accepting even like I would like expect some would have said no because I get it. I think that's basically it. Thank you so much again, Heart, for joining the league, and we are hoping to see you back in season 3 because our champion is not returning. Again, we have that curse, so I'm hoping, at least you would return. So yeah, anything else, Discord?
No, I think that's good.
Thank you for interviewing me. I will be back next season if you will have me.
Thank you so much again, Heart. Alright. Well, let me end the
Bye
recording then.
everyone.